There's something about this institution that when you walk into these doors, you stand up a little bit straighter. You know that you've come from something that is bigger than you, something that is rich and something that is regal.
My name is Khalil Gibran Muhammad. I am the director of the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture. The Schomburg Center occupies a really important role in advocating for historical and cultural literacy. Our tagline, among many, is History Matters. If you recall, going into the stacks at your college or university, there's a special section for African American history. Here, you walk onto the fourth floor, and every book is its own story. Every book is content and subject area specific to the African experience or the African American experience. Our collection rivals every collection of books by or about Black people anywhere in the world.
The Negro Motorist Green Book, first published in 1936, was a guide to help African Americans travel at a time of racial segregation where it wasn't safe to travel and just go to any hotel or any restaurant. So this was a very practical tool to help you travel and find places where you'd be welcome. There's a part of the introduction which I think really sums up how he felt about creating this guidebook. There will be a day sometime in the near future when this guidebook will not have to be published. That is when we as a race will have equal opportunities and privileges in the United States. For then we can all go wherever we please and without embarrassment.
My name is Carmen Matthew. My mother named me after Carmen Miranda because she liked movies. I was born here in Harlem. I lived in Harlem the rest of my life, except for the time when I went to Ohio State University for my master's degree. We do have groups that come in for tours, and they're not just Black people, they're all kinds of people. That's fulfilling. When I went to school in Harlem, we didn't learn anything about Black history. The teachers didn't know anything about it, and then it wasn't part of the curriculum. And I learned more about Black history by being a volunteer at the Schomburg than all the other institutions that I have attended.
Most libraries know that they are competing against the internet. People are seeking knowledge from a whole host of arenas. We are currently in the Langston Hughes Auditorium. One interesting event that we did here was with George Clinton, and we matched him up with Questlove. So Schomburg really works as a passport to really explore Black culture, unlike any other institution before it. Just like our archives have to be preserved, the Schomburg has to be preserved. Once we actually have this wonderful material, we want to really give it another life force. And that has been a wonderful opportunity to find funding partners who will actually help us grow to really meet that 21st century demand.
My name is Gina Nesbitt, and I'm a banker at Citi. I moved to New York when I was in my teenage years. For the cost of a subway token, I could come up to Harlem and enjoy rich cultural history. Schomburg was a part of that, but it's an institution that was becoming dilapidated, and the archives were in rooms and conditions that were less than favorable. This is a win-win opportunity for the bank as well as for the Schomburg. We both gain such great benefit from doing the transaction. It's smart finance, it's smart business, but at the end of the day, this is a business transaction that Citi is very proud of.
So this entire area will be completely transformed.
That's great.
The Moving Image Recorded Sound Division has decayed to such a great extent. It is a biohazard in the truest sense of the word. Not only will reopen it, but we'll make it a state-of-the-art facility so that we'll be able to do film screenings. It will be a destination point.
We literally give sound, voice, and image to Black history. Once you have a voice, they become part of your historical memory. And then when you see a photograph, you could hear their voice along with it. Can't beat that. Can't beat that, because then these people become part of your family.
Coming out of this renovation in 2 years from now, it will be a lot easier for me to use our resources to promote the good works of this institution. I want a child who shows up here with a parent visiting from Paris or from Jackson, Mississippi to say, hey, are we going to go by the Schomburg Center?
For myself, when I walk into the Schomburg, I feel as if I'm a part of the history that's here, and I feel as if this is something that I should be very proud of. I want that experience, not just for me, but for generations to come.